Hello guys, my name is TimGot, and today I'll be showing you guys a little gameplay of the STA-2, the new premium tank that just came out in 9.6. It's the Japanese Tier 8 medium tank, and this tank, as some people say, is now worth it. In my opinion, I have played a good amount of games on this tank, and I think I have like 10 on the live server, and I think I have around 20 or 15 on the test server that I played before, and in my opinion, this tank is worth the gold. Of course, if you have the option between the CDC and the STA-2, then yeah, I would go for the CDC. But the STA-2 is really not a bad tank, because what you get on this tank is accuracy. You get good DPM, you get good gun impression as well. Of course, CDC has that as well. It has good accuracy, good DPM, and really good mobility. This tank has it as well, but in my opinion, this tank just feels at some moments better, because it just feels better in my hands. It feels like a little brother of the STA-1, and the STA-1 is a great tank. I still have that tank after I researched and bought the STB-1. I still have the STA-1 because the STA-1 is just a great tank to have, and this tank has the same kind of feeling to it. It's just a great tank to have in the garage. Yes, it doesn't perform as good as the CDC, but it's not. It doesn't tell you that it's immediately a bad tank, at least in my opinion. So at the moment, I'm just sniping here. Not doing too much. Panzer 3-4 and a field platoon. Poor guy. Only track him here, don't do full damage. And the main thing that this tank is really lacking, in my opinion, is the penetration. This tank has 185 penetration compared to the 212 penetration of the CDC. There's a big difference with that, I get that. But this tank has, if you, like, most of the shots, or most of the targets that you meet, tier 9s and such, you can easily pen with 185 penetration, at least most of them. Like ECU-5 or something else like that, you will not be able to pen, but most of the tanks that you will meet, you will be able to pen, and if you're not able to pen them, you can always go over to your heat shots that have 270 penetration, or 275 penetration. That is a lot of penetration. That means you can actually pen the E100 through the turret, and believe me, at some occasions you will need that gold, but the EP is not completely bad. It really is not bad at all. And yeah, like, from my experience, this tank is good. It's not as good as the CDC, but if you already had a CDC and actually want something else, then you can always go for the STA-2, at least in my opinion. So, kill leader 4 here, and we're starting to push up because their right side is empty and our left side is dying, so we gotta start pushing this way. And also, we were playing on the Hidden Village. I was doing the same thing as usual. I went to the middle, sniped for the middle until we won the right side or the middle, and now we can flank the left side here and get them in the ass, like D55/2 or the E25. I can easily kill the two guys here. So I'm pushing up here slowly with my STA-2. The tank doesn't have much speed. I think 40 is like the max speed limit on this tank, and that is not really slow, but it's not really fast at the same time. It is normal to good, I would say. So this SU has pretty much no chance against me because I'm able to just poke out and shoot it, and he cannot really do much about that. He shoots with EP straight into my tracks there, and only tracks me and doesn't do full damage. If he actually would aim a bit longer, he'd probably hit my lower plate and probably do 700 damage, and that's a lot of damage on a tier 8 tank. Kill the SU here, and now it's only D25. And also, like, the good part about the STA-2, the STA-2 can actually take some shots compared to the CDC. CDC can actually get penned by EC shots. Yes, EC shots, meaning some tanks that actually smart enough and load up EC, they will be able to pen the CDC without any problems. On the ST2, that does not happen. If the people load up EC in the front two, you're not gonna get pinned. In the sides, maybe, but there's still a low chance, and in the back, you're gonna get pinned by EC easily. But it's not that bad compared to the CDC. So at the moment, I'm just sniping. I can't really do much. I'm trying to kill as much targets as I can. Kill a Tiger 2. Our S2 kills the E25, and now it's only 4 targets left here. Our T-21 dies, and yeah, it's not looking too good for us, but it's not looking too bad. If our team just doesn't suicide, we should be good. The path board is our super person died by the Yak Panther, and I'm getting rushed by this Liva and the 110 in my side, and I don't really have an option at the moment. My only option is to YOLO rush this Liva and hope for the best, because I really can't afford fighting against them like that. So I'm pretty much just running away right now because I really cannot do much. The Liva gets lucky and tracks me. I was hoping to escape that fight and go somewhere else, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, and 110 shoots me, and this Liva will finish me off. Good focus by the Liva and the 110 player. They were not a platoon, but they still played like a platoon in that battle. No, now we have only two allies left, the S2 and the Ucklif Panther, or whatever it's called. I'm gonna immediately apologize for my behavior and what I'm gonna type in chat next. I'm gonna get mad at this SU for not firing heat, because the SU, as you guys probably know, the dirt players out there, the SU-152 has 250 penetration with heat, meaning it can pen tier 8 tanks easily, without any problems whatsoever. So, from my perspective, you can actually win this game if you would actually fire heat. But he's only firing HE. So, because of that, we are pretty much gonna lose the game. If he fired heat here, he could pretty much one-shot the Liva and then two-shot the freaking 110. But he didn't do that. He's firing HE. You know, HE is okay, but if he had heat, we would won the game right now. And yeah, I'm just saying, just amazing, because I was just like, wow, why did you not fire heat, mate? Why did you not do that? Because if he fired heat, he would just win the battle for our team. I understand the player was not that good. He was an orange player. But having heat with that gun is not a bad idea. I spam heat with that gun a lot because 250 penetration plus 40 seconds real time and 700 damage, it's totally worth it. Believe me, it is totally worth your cash. But yeah, let's take a look at the after battle report. So here's the after battle report. You see, I got East Anchor, I got Fire for Effect, Bruiser, High Caliber. A pretty good game. 4k damage, 1.3k basic speed. It was not a bad game at all. It's just kind of sad how my team performed that game. As you guys can see, my team didn't really do much damage. And the guy that fired HE got 1.8k damage, but if he would fire heat, he could have won the game. So, you know, if he would know how good the heat was, he would probably fire heat upon those targets. Our SP didn't do much. Pretty much the whole team did not do much at all. Like, our tier 8 tanks fired like 2 or 3 shots and died, or 4 shots and died. So yeah, I tried doing as much as I can, but I got rushed by the 110 and the Liva at the end, so I could have not really done anything at the end, so I'm sorry for that. And I actually made a profit of 60k that game. Most of the cash went to resupplying my gold and also my food that I use in that tank. But if I haven't used the gold or the food, I would have made 100k easily. But yeah, what do you guys think about the STA-2? Do you guys think it's worth it? Please leave some comments in the YouTube video below so I can actually see if you guys think it's worth it or not. Because in my opinion, it is worth it in a way, but if you have an option between the CDC and the STA-2, I would go for the CDC myself as well, because mobility, speed, gun is great. Like, a lot of good parts on the CDC compared to the STA-2. But yeah, this was my replay. If you guys did enjoy this replay, guys, leave a like, subscribe, and comment. But as usual, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.